Michael, many congratulations. Off and running here at the Grand Slam. How would you assess your performance this evening?
Well, it was a difficult game. I was thinking maybe I could have settled the situation a bit easier, but it was still tough. You know, people talk about it was first time she's going to play in a men's tournament, and it's always going to be a big debate. But I need to put that aside. It's not for me. I need to make sure I do the right thing for myself, and I'm glad I did. Of course, at some points I could have played a little bit better here and there, but I think overall I can't complain.
You said you could have put it to bed easier. Did you get dragged into the whole debate, perhaps? Then?
Yeah, you could also hear the crowd and everything, and that's all. Yeah, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? It's not for me. I need to make sure I go. I love worrying enough to about my own game. Let's say crowd, her game, whatsoever, the situation. But for me, this was the best outcome, of course, the 5-0, but also the way I played, even wasn't the highest average. Mentally, I was strong today, and I think that was good.
Tough group, obviously. You and Gary were the favourites to come through it. He put down a marker as well. Did you take any notice of his game beforehand?
Yeah, of course, but Gary is Gary. We all know Gary is a really tough player to play against, and I need to do the right thing for myself, and game by game, and of course next game against him is going to be easier, maybe not playing wise, but for me mentally it's easier to approach that game than I did this one tonight.
Where are you at the moment? Because in the last couple of months we've seen some brilliant stuff, winning titles, then we see obviously you've got ill. Where are you right now?
90%, I can do 10% better, I have to. And but more important, you have to deal with certain circumstances at the right times, and that's exactly what I did.
It's been a while since you've won this one. Too long for someone of your standard?
Yeah, maybe it is, but there's still a lot of good players competing in this tournament, so I need to eliminate them one by one and game by game.
Michael, congratulations.
Thank you. Michael, you mentioned the sort of crowd reaction towards Noa-Lynn there. Was it difficult sort of not to feel any sympathy for the situation she was in?
For me, I can put that aside really easily. I've been in her situation multiple times, not with that, but we playing in different countries, being booed. That's all part of the game, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and you have to deal with it. Yeah, you need to make the most for yourself. And what happens on the other side of the hockey or behind you, it's not up to me. It's up to the people in the vein.
I believe when we were back in Leicester, you weren't feeling too well. Was it a sort of
Leicester, the Grand Prix you were talking about?
Yeah. Was it a difficult one to take, or?
I only had 39.5 degrees temperature, so I wasn't feeling well. I knew I was not well, and I was sick, but that's the way how things is. And then you make the choice for yourself. Hey, am I gonna try it? Yes, I did, and turned out not too good for me. But that's the way how it is. When you're not feeling well, come on, let me be sick once in a while.
But fit and fully firing now, and this tournament, you really feel that you can go and have a good tournament and get that Grand Prix title back?
Of course, 100%. But it's not about taking revenge of anything. It's more about playing as good as possible for yourself, and that's the only thing I'm looking for. What other people do, I don't really care.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Michael, you mentioned that you've been in tough situations early on in your career. Is there any advice that you can give to Noa-Lynn Van Leuven and try and block out that crowd noise moving forward?
You have to block things like that out. Of course, you're always going to face troubles in your life, what you don't like, but more important how you deal with the certain circumstances. And I think I did that well tonight.
It's been a while since you've lifted a ranking major on stage. Do you feel more and more pressure with each tournament?
This was the start of it. This was the start of me doing that. Of course, there's always going to be pressure, but there's pressure. When he's going to win a Pro Tour, there's pressure when you're going to win a Euro Tour. I did that last month, and this month I need to win a televised tournament. Simple as that.
We see that other big players are not even in this tournament. So when you're qualifying for everything,
there's a lot of people not qualifying for this tournament with a really good standard. But it's not up to me to decide that. If it was me, I would have done it differently, but that's my opinion.
But even after the World Championship, as it stands, you're still at world number 2. So do you feel like maybe what you do is not looked at, enough or respected enough?
Maybe, but even I'm still at this moment number 3, at how it stands at this moment after the World's number 2, and I'm playing crap. How good is that? You know what I mean? Then you know how good my standard is normally. And I know I put always a lot of pressures on my own shoulders and everyone else's as well, but that's part of the game. You have to take it, and you have to enjoy also the ride you're on.
Michael, good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.